Are you looking to buy a standing desk, but you're kind of overwhelmed by all the options? I was too, so instead of buying one, I built one myself. Let's talk about it. So this video is going to be super short. We're just going to break down what I paid for this desk, how I got it all pieced together, and how you can do the exact same thing. I'm assuming if you're watching this video, you already know the benefits of standing desks. If you don't, it's just nice to be able to adjust it. Whether you're sitting at some points of your day, you hit a button and then it raises up and now you're standing. It's great for ergonomics. It's great to kind of keep the blood flowing and moving and help creativity and all that good stuff. Let's get into this desk. It's really a simple desk. It's just literally a set of legs and then a Butcherblock on top, but that's the point. It's really simple, but it's also way, way higher quality than anything you can get for like under $700 or $800. I paid right under $400 for this setup, and you could probably do it even cheaper. So let's break this down. So we're gonna start with this beautiful Butcherblock. The biggest difference that you will find when you're looking for a standing desk is that pretty much all of the materials are really cheap. You're not really gonna find Butcherblocks unless you start paying like upwards of $700, $800, $1,000 for these desks. It's a premium material, it's heavier, it's harder to work with, all those things. Pretty much everything you're gonna find is gonna be like a cheap laminate, like some MDF nonsense, and it's just not gonna look that great. Sure, it might look okay in photos, but when you're actually sitting there for 8 hours a day, it doesn't have that same feeling. This is a real kitchen Butcherblock that we got from Lowe's or Home Depot, I can't remember which one, but we paid about $220 for this thing. Now that may sound like a lot, and it kind of is for a piece of wood, but it's beautiful. It's thick, it's heavy, I think it weighs like 60 or 70 pounds, and it just feels great working here. So yeah, $220 for this thing. Lowe's, Home Depot, they both have them. But what I would suggest is go on Facebook Marketplace or Craigslist, look for people that are maybe remodeling their houses. You do find these used all the time for around $100, so I would definitely look into that. Now this is the 6-foot one. That's why we paid $220 for it, because it is large. You can get a 4-foot one for much cheaper. So the actual moving mechanism of this table is these legs. Again, these aren't anything special. They're just a basic standing desk leg. But the one thing to note is that there are different quality levels, obviously. You can get really, really cheap ones for like $100, or you can get pricier ones for several $100s. The one thing I would recommend is get one that's dual motor. Some of these have just one singular motor that lifts both legs, which is slower, it's louder. The dual motor makes it a little bit smoother, quieter, and it actually goes up faster, which is fantastic. As you're gonna see in this B-roll footage, it's not rocket science to put this thing together. It's just a handful of screws. It took me less than an hour, and I had this whole desk completely put together. You don't need to be an engineer. You don't need to like have experience with wiring, none of that stuff. It's all plug and play. It's all very, very simple. Now again, when it comes to options, some of the standing tables, they'll come with a really basic controller. It'll usually just have like an up and down button. It won't have this screen, or it won't have these presets here. Now it's up to you whether you want that or not. I wanted that. It's just really nice to be able to press like 1 or 3 and then just like have it go to where I want it to go. You get set all these modes to your pre-desired height. So as you can see, 3 is gonna be the tallest, and this is what I use when I'm actually standing here. It gets quite tall. 47 inches, I believe, is the actual standing desk height. Plus you add this, whatever, 1.5, 2-inch Butcherblock to it. You're almost at 50 inches, which is perfect. I'm 6'2", and this desk fits me perfectly. If you wanted to get fancy with your desk and customize it by adding more outlets on top, you can drill some holes and put like flush mount wireless charging capabilities, some USB ports. You can do whatever you want to do. The problem lies is when you go to buy one of these desks from one of these major companies, and there's a million of them out there, these little add-ons, they cost a lot of money. Pretty much what you're getting for like a $499 quoted desk from one of these major retailers is a very, very bare bones desk of really cheap quality materials. Most of the time it's not gonna be dual motor, it's gonna be a cheap laminate, it's not gonna have any bells or whistles, it's gonna literally just be a desk that goes up and down, and you're paying a premium for it. Everything can be found on Amazon and Home Depot, and the links will be in the description below as well. And again, I hope this video helps you guys, because I've spent months looking at standing desks. I've compared pretty much all the options out there, And I just knew that if I was gonna spend $600 on a desk, I was not gonna be happy with it, and I'm pretty sure you won't be as well. I challenge anyone to build a better desk for under $450. I don't think it can be done unless you find the parts used and you kind of mimic what I did. But unless you find better quality materials locally, I can't see it being done. So I highly suggest doing something like this. Anyone can put one of these desks together. It's super, super simple. It's gonna save you a ton of money and it's gonna make you a lot happier. And also for anyone that's been following us for a while, you thought we were gonna be living in a van. This clearly isn't a van, it's an apartment. We're gonna make a video about that this week as well. So we're gonna kind of tell you the whole story, what happened, where we're at now, all those good things. Until next time, cheers.